All right, Susan, we're going to go ahead and get started. 3 things that I want us to focus on. It's going to be your body position, hip drive, and we'll also discuss a little bit about just your strength in your pull phase of your stroke. But given that you are doing a 2-beat kick, which I am completely in favor of, it means a couple of things. First, as we shift to your video here in a couple of seconds, is when you do a 2-beat kick, there's going to be a lag in your swimming because you're only kicking twice. You're not kicking 4 or 6 beats. Because of that lag, you're going to have to make extra sure that your body position is impeccable, which means you are on top of the water. Look at this. Head is on top of the water, but when you kick and there's that lag because you're doing a 2-beat kick, your feet are about 1.5 feet below the water. You can see it would be a diagonal line from your head. If I drew a line from your head to the very end of your toes. Ideally, your feet would be on top of the water, your hips would be on top of the water, and your head would be on top of the water. So the way that I want you to do this is I'm going to give you some drills, but I want you to focus on keeping your chest down, and I want you to look down. As you can see, you're kind of looking straight ahead. You need to be looking at the very bottom of the pool, pushing your chest down, and you can see right here as we slow it down again what I'm talking about, all right? That left leg kicks down, and look how below the water your left toes are, all right? So you need to be looking down, chest down, which will in turn cause your hips to rise. Also, I want you to just take a look at your kick. You're kicking a lot from the knee down. Ideally, with your kick, you want to use your entire leg, using your hip flexors when you kick down and your glutes when you come back up, like a whip, all right? So as you can see when you're kicking, a lot of action from your knee down, but you're not really using your entire leg, all right? So that's going to be big when we get to the hip drive, because with your hip drive, you need to have that entire leg working with your core, working with your body position. So here we go. I'm going to slow it down right here. Right arm enters, you should be driving that right hip. Left arm enters, you should be driving that left hip. Right, should be driving that right hip. You do this by kicking violently to the left, driving that left hip, kick violently to the right, driving that right hip. All this is done with engaging your core. What I mean by that is you're sucking your belly button into your spine. And each time that hand enters into that water, that side hip drives forward. You want all this momentum and force going forward. So to do that, you need to be kicking hard, engaging your core, throwing that hip, but also your body position is such that you're pushing down with your chest and you're looking down. Everything's working together. So the benefit of looking at the view from the top is that we can see you're not really using your core. You're just kind of kicking and slinging your arms, but in the middle, your core is not engaged. What I want to look at here is just look at where your eyes are. I can see your mouth, your nose. You should be looking straight down. So this angle is good, just kind of show that, I can see your entire face right now. I should be seeing a lot of pink cap. And so this, again, has to do with body position. The last thing is just your overall strength in your pull. It's hard to see here, but I can see with my eyes is that you need to be generating a lot more power with your pull phase. So a lot of paddle work. So body position, chest down, head up, which means your hips rise. If you're going to do a 2-beat kick, which I'm all in favor of, you got to drive those hips. There's going to be a lag in your kick because you're only doing 2 beats, which means you've got to drive those hips forward with great body position. I'll send you an email with the drills and an ideal warm-up session. Overall, great job.